Myntri Rangbah kajala ukon rat ke sangma hakashipho tarik nai wiang. Ulapulong yak block level CM Connect program ha Amlarem Civil Subdivision West Giant Hills District. Hakaba na kilang ginong shong shnong kila yo yakalat ben pynpaw markmat ik jingeh kibaki yakando. Kani ka program kaya tungku ru bat ka jingpli ya ka jingra ke jublik siar basisnam kanti jong ka Amlarem Subdivision. Hakabalaya dan ringkat ru u MLA katany ubadiru Myntri katanat puli puti ubala kemen rumbui ki officer nak katanat baper ki nangalam shnong bat ki nong shnong nak shnong baper jong katany. Haba a jingkran u Myntri Rangbah ula ong baka CM Connect kapun pau ya ka jingkut jingmut ka bas kam jong ka sorkar ban penbet ya ki jingeh jong ki paidbah bat ban penyo ya ki skim sorkar. Myntri Rangbah ulapun benaru ya kasong pisa ba shipho laktingka na CM SDF bantay ya cluster level federation building jong ki self-help group ki kentay ha Amlarem ha babanjor ya kajingkong san ban kershan ni kinong sengkam ha kishnong gitaw. Nalor kata ulapun benaru waka sorkar jala kan pentrekam no ya ka CM Connect Center ha baro kisan penriutili ki blok ha kajala kenang bagi paidbah kinyo ekalat benyakran bed sorkar hakabaya day bagi jingeh kibagi yakendo dakabapun shagi toll free number iwe kendai nyo iwe pra not lai sao san rio pra san iwe WhatsApp kendai sao lai kendai sao lai but email cmconnect iwe kendai nyo @outlook.com. Hakani ka program kladon ru kajing pynpaw na kalyang kinong shong shnong hakabaya day bekijing baper ki bakentup adu ka umbam umdi ka puli puthi ka koi ke kya ki surak ka boarding ka kamai ka ji par ka jimpun ka bor ya ki kintai na kalyang kinong shong shnong kila pynpaw ka jing song kya halor ka jingbam thikna ka jingyo ya ka umbam umdi lingba ka scheme JJM ka jingduna kinong hikai ka jingbam tay pendap ya ki ying school bar ka jingbam biang kilar a jing smart shakishnong ki badan shakithan bakendong halor kini ki jing balapun paw na kalyang Myntri Rangbah ulabatha ikitranat bedekmi bakin bud din mardor kata kentup ka jingthong ya medical officer hapadu dispensary ka jing bishar benya ya ka scheme JJM bar ka jingpen poi boarding shabaro ki Anganwadi center.
When will the remaining eligible household be included in the public distribution system?
My name is Saloni. I am the Director of Food Civil Supplies Department of this government. So thank you for your question, sir. So if I can just explain this. So Meghalaya has 21 lakh beneficiaries under PTS. This 21 lakh ceiling is frozen. We cannot go beyond 21 lakh right now. That is because that 21 lakh is derived from census of 2011. So when the new census is completed, and as I'm aware, they are starting it next year, the ceiling will increase from 21 lakhs to whatever. As of today, in that existing 21 lakh, we can do two things, which I would request, from your community to, proactively take up and to also help our supply officials. Number one, there is a list of 50,000 beneficiaries in the entire state, sir, which have been flagged by the Government of India to be ineligible. These are bogus beneficiaries, these are duplicate beneficiaries. Government of India has given us this list. All supply officials throughout the state need to delete these 50,000 beneficiaries now. The moment Amlarem would have, I am guessing, some 3,000, 4,000 people in that list. The moment they are deleted and our supply team is here, they are on the job, then we will give the ration card to at least 4,000 new beneficiaries. Right? That's number one. Number two, there are fair price shop vigilance committees, which include your Rangbah, which include your fair price shop dealer. So it is their job also to submit the list of eligible households. Then for who don't have a ration card yet. Once we get that list, it is the job of our people to go to the field, verify. But we can only give them once these are deleted. So as of today, sir, we had a review meeting with our Commissioner Secretary Bakshi, sir, who took it for all districts and subdivisions. So this is happening in the next 1 month. All 50,000 will be deleted, sir. And then we can start the process of giving new ration cards as of now. And in the long term, sir, with the census operation, when it's done, the ceiling will go up and more people can get ration cards.
So, just to summarize, 2 steps. First step, remove the old names, bogus names, fake names, and against those, new names can be taken. That is one. Second is in the next census, when the census comes up, and the census is happening in 2027. So I want to share with all of you that it is very important that the block videos, all the officers concerned, it's a very, very important exercise. We must ensure that we are able to incorporate everybody who's eligible. So when that exercise of census takes place, then it will happen.
Particularly di secondary, high secondary schools. Di kini paro aspa pratili di schools ni ada pendep 6%. Di kafis ka arpat niyo pan cover 6% kadway tali kini ki government schools kabat control ya 6% tali kini ki government LP schools but kadway tali ki secondary, high secondary schools. Di yakani ngilatep mentang ngilatep ngilak posya ka kendai ko 1%. Di kafis ka balai ngilayo ban cover Shispa kanyo tuli kini ki government LP schools. Di cover tangi ki government LP schools shispa kanyo tuli. Di hadu mentahi ngelala ban cover la kumno nyo 1%. Di yakini ru min pendep na plot. Di halor jom kini ki like ki phase kadar ru sakaway kabay day ka phase 4. Di halor jom ka phase 4 nyo ban cover shispa arpo tuli ki government LP schools. Di kini ka proposal nginang abstang ka clearance ka approval na po planning with finance department. Di otang ladang layo dia kata clearance ya kini ki shispa atau di schools di bahasa property store ini dia akan prokram now. Ini baru ki post ya aku pernah balai teli ya kini la ai ke approval na kalian juga person department teka badang sa bata ke long panghihapan coordinate patka NIC nomor ba ya ke recruitment jong ka secondary but high secondary gile ning baka Meghalaya Education Recruitment Board dan ka MERB. Di mata ngilang coordinate patka NIC nomor panghihapan dia ya kini ke advertisement untuk happen di online bagi candidates kipan file di ke applications untuk happen file online. Di ya kini hi kanum shipor kadu kata tingi tang shidap pan coordinate pat NIC pat pun create ya kini ha portal kemot mas that hi ngin float no ke advertisement namu taka secondary pat high secondary level.
I want to explain or something, then ask a question. So regarding education, I have two questions, one for the education and one for the border issues. Regarding the education, the education in rural areas is quite low. Although Meghalaya rank 5th position in the most illiterate state in the Meghalaya, but I don't think that number is true. Comparing to the rural areas, is not even come to 40%. So means the education in rural areas and urban areas is quite different.
Can you just hold on one second?
And if you look at the government schools, Meghalaya has got 7,700 government schools. Okay? And the rest of the schools you can see other government schools are there. The last column actually is the aided school. Sadly, it's not coming out properly. All the other states, I think Manipur has got 500 and the rest are 0. Mizoram, Nagaland is 0. Tripura has 43 or something. That number there is not 412, it's 4,112. 4172. 4,172 private schools are aided by the government in Meghalaya, whereas states like Nagaland is 0. States like Tripura is 43. This is the issue. What you are telling me is the result of this problem. It is not the problem in itself. Because we have too many schools, because we have too many structures, because we have got too many. I'll give you an example of what happens in schools. Now, you will have one school where, or rather one village, where you have an LP school run by the government. And you're correct, it has about 30 students and it'll have 5 teachers. Then you will have an SSA LP school also. That also will have about 20 students and have 5 teachers, 6 teachers. Then you will have one ad hoc run by some mission, okay, or some religious group. They will also have LP school. So we'll be having 4 or 5 LP schools, one run by SSA, one run by government, 3 run by ad hoc, private schools, all supported by government again. Out of this 4,172 schools. Now, if you were to combine all these 4 schools in that village, or 5 schools in that village, you would have only 100 students. But teachers, because we have 5 different schools, we have 30 teachers. So that is why our number of teachers is very high, because we have multiple schools in the same village. I'm not saying all, but in large number of them. Then what problem comes? Third problem. If the LP is run by SSA, UP will be run by government, a different managing committee. Then the managing committee for secondary will again change to ad hoc. Then again for the high secondary, new managing committee will be there for high secondary. Which means there is no consistency in the decision making for the student, because a different managing committee is handling LP, different one is handling UP, different is handling secondary, and different is handling. Now, can I just combine all of it? Maybe I can combine, but then there will be a lot of politics. Some managing committee will come up and say, well, this is ours, how can you close it? We will never agree to government closing it. Then they will be outside secretariat and they will block the road. You see? So, one has to understand all the things you have mentioned to me just now and to all of us. That is not the problem, as I said, I'm repeating. That is the result of the problem. The problem is multi-layered structures of schools, too many schools, 14,000 schools, whereas a state like Tripura has only 4,000 schools, or other 5,000. How do we manage? Now, as I said, I can cut down all the schools and bring it down. So why do you think I'm doing all this restructuring now? I'm trying to exactly achieve what you're telling me that you have to achieve. The only way to achieve is to be able to reduce the number of schools by merging them. To be able to bring the managing committees together. And again, very big task, because all managing committees have got their own politics, I'm sorry. And in that politics, who is suffering? The students are suffering. Now, how do I just simply cut off 14,000 schools? Because there will be teachers. So many of them are employed in that. Can I just cut off the service? I cannot. So this has been happening for the last 50 years. And today for us as education department, as minister, director, to bring that change is not an easy task. But we are on it. The process of starting to now structure the ad hoc and the SSAs is being done because we're working on this. The fact that we have gone for upgradation of every government secondary school to higher secondary school is being done because of all of these things. So all of these aspects are being considered, but as I said, one has to understand the crux of the problem. And there are 2,269 schools with only one single digit. That means 2 students, 3 students, 5 students, but teachers, there are 5, 6 teachers in each of these schools. 2,269 of them. Now, if I were to just simply say close those schools down, these 2,600 teachers multiplied by 6, that means 10,000 teachers will be on the street tomorrow.
1974, the India boundary agreement that if the fencing to be done is to be done at 150 away from the pillar. Because the boundary pillar is not a permanent, just a reference pillar that the 2 nations has been demarcated. Then in the 2011 protocol, it states that in areas where there is APL, the adverse possession land, the boundary has to be redrawn. But in 2015, the ratified LPA, then they said that this adverse possession land has been given to Bangladesh, means they are no more parts of India. If they are not parts of India, then the pillar also has been permanent. Then that 150, I think it should be relaxed. I mean, if the fencing comes, it will go close to the zero line, because the pillar now it has been referred as the permanent pillar. Then why still the fencing is done 150 from the pillars, although the pillar has become permanent?
So this is again, as I said, a generic decision that was made by Government of India. So hence, specific cases, specific areas, there could be specific complications. I will not be able to respond to specific things. But wherever there has been a problem, where local people have shared with us, we have number one not gone ahead with the boundary fencing. So wherever we have about close to 444 kilometers of fencing or boundary, out of that I think you'll be aware that about 40 kilometers is still unfenced. The rest of the 390 plus is already fenced. So in these 40 kilometers of unfenced area, there could be problems which the one that you're mentioning. And we are trying to work it out with Government of India. In some cases, there's a court case going on. In some cases, the headmen, Rangbah are not agreeing. In some cases, there's some land dispute. From the government side, central government and state government both put together. So we are supporting people with disabilities, that's PWD. We are supporting single mothers, and we are supporting senior citizens. So therefore, the beneficiary list is about 1,20,000 plus, I think, all put together, roughly. I can't remember the exact numbers, but definitely over 1 lakh beneficiaries are there in all of this put together. So my issue and my concern, of course, is that I cannot just do it for PWD alone. If I do, then I have to do it for senior citizens also. I have to do it for single mothers also. And therefore, the financial impact becomes triple in that sense. So therefore, directly increasing that amount right now, I'll have to see the budgetary implications of how much it will require us to do that. But in other ways and other means in which we can support, I'll be happy to support. I'm urging the PWDs, the PWDs, people with disabilities, to also come up and apply for different schemes from government of Meghalaya, whether it's for Prime, for CM Elevate, or different kind of schemes that we provide, and we would like to see that they're able to start their business.
Yo irap pinong rep le office hay wa ukergi yidi thawra yo ki thakam hay port lama tibi wa pinong rep chor rep sala ta wa let land ni mesti langda tem yi rep da ho use name MEE ya ka scheme ko to vegetable development scheme negani scheme ye ki nong rep yo ya ki ni na che ma te yi ki na che ye we de mekna handai de yara ko sorka wa su tender tagador mango Look how to catch below. The homeless name run by a scheme. Office and go come one son but return at the office. The Ginom, you want one Ginom rep to go, ye one agent tip of a pop block office, and going officer go chong at there. The ye one able to we ye one egg at one chicken family of Pile, Gawan your agent tip office.
State dispensary, we serve more than thousands of people. This dispensary, sir, is not functional for over 6 months due to the absence of a medical officer.
Okay.
So
Manpower is not there.
Manpower is not there, right? Yes. And also, the infrastructure there looks like soon will collapse. The buildings is very rough.
Dilapidated condition.
Yes.
Okay.
So these issues compromise the primary health access and fail to deliver the service to the people.
Okay.
So I would like to know is there any? I would like to know the status of the upgradation of the dispensary, and I would like to know the timeline for posting of a medical officer. Thank you, sir. Please, sir.
I'm Dr. Bosnim, I'm Deputy Director of Health Service from DHSMI. With regard to posting of medical officer, we deeply apologize for the delay. In fact, recruitment is going on, and so formality is being processed by DHSMI. So we expect by next week you'll get a brand new and regular doctor. So that is our commitment to have regular doctor by next week posting. And with regard to accreditation of Padua State Dispensary to PHC, we have one criteria which we have to fulfill, that is the population number. And as per the record, Padua State, yes. So as per the records, Padua State Dispensary currently takes care of 7,600 population. But as per the state norm, we need to have at least 20,000 population. But in the meantime, to address the gaps and to ensure universal health coverage, so we have processed a new proposal by which construction of new labor room and posting of 3 staff nurses to enhance maternal and newborn care process. So that is a commitment from DHSI and I within 6 months time.
Now that you have mentioned this in CM Connect, I will take up this matter myself. CM Connect team, please mention this specifically and bring it to my notice back in the office. Yeah, thank you so much.
Myself, Golden Gashna, headman of Lamin village. I will go straight to the point, sir. My question was related with the Jal Jeevan Mission. I would like to bring to your notice, sir, that why does the government provide most of the villages only the connections, or maybe household connection, or retrofitting, or set we may set tanks, but the other portion that is the main portion from source to the villages still now doesn't do anything.
So I'll explain this and then you can just translate. So let me just, for the knowledge of everyone, you see, Jal Jeevan Mission was a 5-year, 6-year mission mode program by the government. So by that I mean that within a time frame, we had to finish the project. Now government gave funds to every state every year. So Meghalaya got say 500 crores every year. And first year, year 1, year 2, year 3. If you don't use the 500 crores in the first year, it lapses. You don't get it back. That's how the scheme was. So when we started Jal Jeevan, we decided that there will be 2 kinds of projects we will do. One project is a retrofitting project, which is easier. What is retrofitting? Retrofitting is existing tank, existing source, existing everything, and just distribution lines to the houses. So there were many schemes that were there because those then we could implement in year 1. So, but because if you have to go through source, then we would require 2 years to do it, and we would lose that money for that particular year. So we decided we will go retrofitting tanks, existing reservoir, wherever the projects are, we will only plug and give it. So those projects were retrofitting only. Now there are many such projects. Now in those projects, what we did not anticipate, which happened in most cases, was that the source, the tank, was constructed 20 years back. Is it? And now the houses were not 20, but 100 houses were there. So suddenly you had a source of tanky which is only meant for 20 houses, but from there you were giving retrofitting to 100 houses. But the nature of the scheme was such that we had to take a decision at that point in 2019. Otherwise we would lose the 500 crores, 600 crores of sanction for that year.
EE right now, sir, already in place. Sir, there is, I've spoken to Sir Sadhu also, and he has informed, sir, because there's, if there is a change in the EE, then there will be a provision that the discretion of the DC, any EE from PWD can be used for stopgaps. So can I just explain?
Yeah, please explain. Yeah.
Kwa benci pentip by EE mentah, ho hakini ki benai, kapto katni benai ki don kijing pengkelai ya ki EE armut laingot ngatrai. Di halo jong kami ki don kijing ki bashem na ki shnong kam tam ki bapa ya kini ki estimate bagi sakut kini ki estimate. Di ya kaba mentah EE ulah don lupa hapo di RDA, but in the future, lada kadang kini jing pengkelai ki EE, namar ni EE bon ki estimate ki sakut ha kini ki hakipor bagi kelan away EE show way EE. Tia kata kaladon kajing yakren, bat kajing pendek na kaliang jo ke department, bah kaliang jo DC ula ban appoint, ban bu ya way na ki EE PWD, ban ya ratang ha kata kapor kaba dan EE jo ke DRT.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ali Paganten, District Engineer of Joy South Division, looking after Amlarem area. So the first question is asking about kilometers wide. 3 is that we have 4 roads. One is this Amlarem to Rangbah, that is from 15 kilometers to 21 kilometers. We are starting right now. And then we have this Dauki Muktapur road starting from 11 kilometers to 15 kilometers. And then we have Muktapur Jarakla road, that is 15 kilometers. And then we are having this Muktapur to Barhat, that is from 0 kilometer to 5 kilometers. And the work now is starting as we are going to complete all those work by the 31st of May 26, 31st of March
26. And what about the road you mentioned?
The second question you're talking about this Amlarem road. Yeah, that one, the estimate has already been prepared and submitted to the department, so we are waiting for the approval.
That is under PMGSY or under state?
No, that is on the state.
We put that up?
So that we have not put on. As of now, we already send up to the government, and the government will examine it because we don't know now which scheme we will do it, whether through World Bank or through other intervention of the
How many
government.
kilometers is this?
It is 15. Now the cost is about 27 crore or 14 crore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I'll add to the reply given. Sorry. So basically the list he has already shared with you. But I can share with you that two things. Number one, large number of roads are being sanctioned throughout the state.